Hello, friends. Arthur Woods here again. I'm the resident artist of Greater.Earth, and as you see, I'm still waiting for a definite launch date. There are still some issues that have not been resolved, and the flight controllers informed me that uh, things are looking positive and that launch date will be set relatively soon. So I can't hardly wait. I'm very excited, and hopefully I will soon be getting on a rocket and being able to visit our space station in Greater Earth. Now, there has been another development on that side is that we are happy to report that we have received delivery of our third launch vehicle. We now have three rockets available to take me and others and materials to the space station. And this is very important because we do have a lot of plans to be very active in the space program, and therefore we need quite a bit of capacity to maintain our mission. So this is a really positive development. So I'm not sure which of those three rockets that you see behind me will actually be the one that I'll be on, but I guess it doesn't matter which one it's going to be. Anyway, as I'm waiting, I'd like just to uh, comment that today is a very special day because it's the 21st of July, and 47 years ago on this date, the first human being actually stepped onto the surface of a planetary body. Now, this was, of course, Neil Armstrong, and this was part of the Apollo 11 mission. Now, actually, I was there when that happened, and I witnessed the launch of the Saturn V, the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. I was at Port Canaveral that morning. I had a fantastic view, and I and thousands of other people had come from all over the United States to see the launch. We're there to see this historic event happen in person. And it was quite remarkable, and yeah, it's something you'll never forget. However, I was also had something to do with that event in that in the summers before, in 1967 and 1968, I worked at the Kennedy Space Center. I had the job as a document courier. My job was to pick up information or computer programs, which were on punch cards at that time, and to deliver them from one office to another or from one facility to another, either on the Kennedy Space Center or out on Cape Canaveral. This was a very exciting job, and it was a young team that did this job. Most of them were also students like I was, but we felt that we identified very strongly that we had our small part in this great adventure of humanity leaving the planet. And yeah, it was an exciting time. And whether you were a document courier or an engineer or making liquid oxygen, or everybody was working together to make this mission, this national goal happen, and it did indeed happen. One of the advantages of this job is that each one of us needed to have a secret clearance. We needed a secret clearance so that we could go to these different facilities and be able to go to these offices where they were doing very sensitive work. So having a secret clearance also enabled us to visit actually any place on the Space Center. So we had some fun with that. We visited the bunker where they could actually, through the periscope, see the launch pad. And we were in the vertical assembly building where they were assembling the launcher. That was very exciting. And actually, my father was working in the vertical assembly building at that time. He was in charge of maintaining the climate inside the building, because if it was not maintained properly, clouds would form at the top of this building, and rain would happen, and this would be very bad for the workers inside. So that was his job, is to keep the climate totally in balance inside the vertical assembly building. And one day, my colleagues and I, we went to the launch pad, 39A, and we went up the gantry and had lunch at the top of the gantry. Of course, there was not a rocket on the launch pad at the time, but it was very exciting to be on top of this launch pad and have the view, and you looked out over the ocean. It was pretty incredible, and it was actually very cool. Anyway, I've written about this experience because recently I was asked to be the AstroArtist of the Month for the Astronomers Without Borders organization in their website, and they asked me to contribute 4 essays about my experiences as an astroartist. And I did that, and the first one is about my experiences of growing up at the Space Center. And at that time, I became aware that space technology can be used for exploration and enlightenment and etc. But also space technology was indeed being used in a negative way, that it could be used to deliver nuclear weapons. And I actually experienced the Cuban Missile Crisis at that time. So at a very early age, I became aware of this dichotomy that's inherent in space technology, and the responsibility that humanity has to use this technology, and actually any technology, wisely. So that happened 47 years ago. So actually, I've been waiting 47 years for this moment to soon leave Earth, like I saw happen back then in my youth, and I think it's going to be happening soon. So I'm waiting for the launch controllers to give me the go-ahead, and I'm prepared. I'm still doing some training exercises in my downtime here, but I'm actually prepared and ready to go, and I hope you are too. So soon I'll be getting on that rocket, and I hope you will be getting on it with me, and we'll be going to Greater.Earth together. So this is Communication 16004. I thank you for watching, and this is Arthur Woods. Goodbye for now.